Hi everybody, welcome back to Geektopia Island. This is your host Kevin.
And I'm the other host, William.
And we're doing another Kevin's Creations today. I hope y'all had a wonderful holiday and good New Year's. We're getting things back into the chain with a new little Gill deck. So it was commented a few days ago that, or a couple weeks ago, that somebody wanted to see a Gill deck with the new unsealed abilities. So I put my mind to the test to see what I could come up with. We'll see what it looks like, what it does. It's a pretty solid little list. It's nothing crazy, but it'll get there real quick.
Yeah, it's definitely looks like designed just to get there.
Yeah, I mean it's an aggro deck. It's not like super aggro or anything like that, but it'll get there
With a few little tricks up its sleeve.
Yeah. All right. So first and foremost, that is Gill, the gifted Conjure, the green one, the new with the unsealed abilities, and he judgments for 3, 2 green and 1, and he energizes for a green. And his main thing is all about elementals and spirit magics. Yeah. So like, you can remove an elemental from your graveyard and remove it from the game, and you add a green mana. You can only spend that for spirit magics, and you can do it once per turn.
Now, can you do that and then call up a stone as well?
Yes, you can.
See, there you go.
But
a little ramp.
But the only green is for the spirit magics. So yes. I mean, if you use it that way, then sure. His other ability is tap, search for Gentle Breeze Elemental, and put it in your hand. And we'll get to that card in a second. And then his last one is the sealed item. At the end of your turn, you mill the top card. So it's a dangerous game because you mill yourself out every turn, but you get to use those cards later on.
And if you have enough of the spirit magics, then it'll help you out.
Yeah. And then at 3 mana, he judgments into what?
The good old 11/11 with barrier, which is pretty hot, it seems like.
Yeah, dude's good on the backside.
And it seems like most of the other ones are they 10/10s, right?
Some of them are 10/10s,
so he's already a little more powerful, and he protects himself.
Yeah. He has the same ability as the front, where you remove an elemental and you add a green mana for spirit magics. Except this one, he gets to add an additional green mana if he produces a will.
Nice.
That's one of his sealed items. And then his other sealed item is you can put 2 cards on the bottom from your remove zone from him.
Yeah.
And search your deck for a chant and put it in your hand.
So there you go.
So any cards that are removed from him, you put on bottom, and you can go search them right back up if you need to.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, I need this chant. Let's put it back on bottom. Let's go get it.
Go get it real quick.
So he tutors for himself and whatnot, whatever else. But a lot of this deck is going to be him flipping and just beating down because he's an 11/11 with barrier.
Yeah.
Like, it's just super good.
Good.
Well, let's delve right into it and see what helps him out.
Yep, and the first spell, of course, we came across is on his front side there, the Gentle Breeze Elemental. 1 drop, quick cast, draw a card. It's a little cantrip.
Yeah, and it's an elemental, so that's the main reason it's there. But you search it up and draw a card. Let's do it.
So you can, if you have elemental in your graveyard, you produce that mana, you tap him to go get this, and then you basically like a free card.
Yeah.
To dig deeper or whatever.
Yeah, that's basically what he's there for.
It's pretty nice. And the next spell, of course, we got Windblade. Cost 2, quick cast as well. Does 300 damage to target Resonator, plus an additional 100 for each Windstone you have. And how many Windstones we have here?
We have 10 Windstones.
There you go. Ultimate of 1,300 if possible.
Yeah, we're all Windstones because it's what the deck is.
Yeah. All right. And what's the next cute little elemental here?
The next little guy is a Leaf Digger.
Yes.
And he's a 2/2 with quick cast. Or sorry. He's 2 mana, 6/6 for quick cast.
Yeah.
I thought of him as the best elemental for like the creature wise, because he stops Sylvia, and Sylvia's running rampant everywhere.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, they swing with Sylvia, make something not block. You're like, cool, flash and Leaf Digger, kill Sylvia,
and just 2 mana too,
and just be done with her. And you get to use your Leaf Digger after it's dead to produce mana for you. Yeah. So I mean. Seems like a win-win.
A noble sacrifice, hitting Sylvia with a shovel. It's all good.
It does.
All right. Now this one is a cute little beast to help your J-Roller go through, I guess. What is it? Ultra Awakening? It costs 6. Quick cast, though. Gives your J Resonator plus 20/20.
Yeah. We're getting there. Yeah. That's what this card does.
Half your life. Done. Thanks.
I mean, if you get hit with this card, like, you're going to lose. Yeah. It's hard to pull out of +20/+20. and it's just it counts as a spirit magic and an elemental. So you can remove elementals to play it for cheaper because it's technically cheaper, but you're just mana ramping with them. Or you can remove it to play a different spirit magic if you need to.
Yeah. And with that pivotal turn on turn 5/4, you're going to be able to cast it for that much at that time.
Yeah.
So if you do quick beatdowns, already have them judgment, then you're good.
Yeah, you're going to get there easily with that. The next girls we've got is the two sisters from the new set, Ryula and Viola. I only have one of them because they're not a necessity for the deck, but I just figured they'd be pretty good for it. So let's go Ryula first.
Yes, they have a lot of text, so bear with us.
She's just a 6/6 for 2, and she makes your elemental resonators cost 1 less. That doesn't really do anything for me because we don't have any elemental resonators that cost just colorless. They cost 2 green. But she makes them cost less, and when she comes into play, put all elemental cards from your remove zone into your graveyard. And then she has an awakening of 2, which is search for her sister and put her into play. So if you play it right, you can get both of them in play, trigger Viola first, and then trigger Ryula, and get them all back. It's silly. And
they work well with Gill, because if you remove an elemental from your graveyard to play one of these, then you just get it right back.
Yeah.
In the graveyard.
Viola is a 6/6 for 2. When she comes into play, remove up to 6 elementals from your graveyard from the game, and then for each 2 that you remove, you get to choose one of her abilities that trigger as she comes into play. You can either draw a card, put target resonator on with 2 or less on the bottom of its owner's library, or produce 2 green. And then with Awakening for 2, you search for her sister Ryula and put her into play.
Now, for those unfamiliar with the rules, just in case anyone does have questions about this, with her 2 mana that you can produce from removing 2 elementals, you cannot use that with Awakening, correct?
You cannot. Awakening is paid when she is cast, so she'd cost 4 mana to do the Awakening. Yeah, before. And then if you're moved up to 2 more, if you remove 2 elementals, you get to make 2 mana if you wanted to.
Which then there you can play the sister there to get the other ones back that you all.
Well, the sister will already be in play.
Oh, okay.
She comes in with the Awakening.
Oh,
cost.
Nice.
So, but with the 2 mana, you can play any number of other cards like a Feasting and return 1 to your hand if you need to, or whatever else.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of Feasting, we'll go ahead and jump right to her. She's a 2-drop quick cast as well, 6/6. And when this card is battlefield, you may return another target resonator you control to the owner's hand. And then with Inheritance, pay 2, target J resonator gains +6/+6, and search your deck card for her monocle, which we don't have in the deck. But what is Inheritance exactly?
Inheritance is you're just paying the 2 mana and you discard her from your hand, and you get to you trigger the ability. So you target a creature, J resonator, and it gets +6/+6.
She's basically like helping him out with the fight at that moment.
That's what she's there for, is the +6/+6.
Nice.
I mean, yeah, if you have the monocle, you can put it in, but it's just not really needed.
All right, another creature we have is a little red, 1-drop 3/3. You know, this card gains +1/+1 for each Windstone. Of course, you're going to have all of them. And gains Swiftness as long as you control a non-special one.
Yeah. So mostly we're going to hope for the basic land, or the basic Magic Stone first turn, and then just swing for 4. Just get there, because that's all Little Red does, is get there. She's going to kill you.
Nice. All right, another one. I've never seen this one. Looks pretty nice, but Flying Cloud. One green. As long as it's not bestowed to a card, your J roller is Wind, which it is, gets +2/+2 in flying. So immediately when you judgment at 13/13 in flying. So that's pretty rad.
Yeah.
Now, as long as bestowed resonator is Wind, it gains +2/+2 in flying. So what is bestow exactly?
So bestowing is you pay the 1 green and you tap and you put it on one of your resonators. If that resonator is green, it gets +2/+2 in flying. The bestow is just putting the enchantment or the addition on a creature.
Yes. And with how you bestow with this one is you pay 1 green and tap the bestow card itself.
Yeah, the addition. And it makes every creature in the deck become +2/+2 in flying, because all the creatures are green.
And low casting cost too. So in a turn, flash out a dude. The next turn, you just make him flying and swing for 8, pretty much.
Yep.
All right. And what's this cute little guy that already has flying?
The next one is a Glistening Chick. Yes. It is a 5/5 flyer for 2 mana, for a green and a blue. And when it becomes tapped, you rest target resonator. By no means is it amazing, but I've started to like it a lot more ever since I played it because when it swings, like when you swing for 5, you hit them for 5 and it taps another creature.
Yeah.
In this deck, it's kind of like a Sylvia. It's nowhere nearly as strong as powerful as Sylvia, but in this deck it acts like a Sylvia. Yeah. It takes her place.
Still removes a blocker for your other dudes to start swinging.
Yeah, I mean, it removes a blocker, or you can kill off a dude because you can attack a tapped Resonator after you've tapped it.
Yeah.
So if you need to get rid of somebody, you're just like, swing the Glistening Chick. Even if you swing the Glistening Chicken to death, it taps what you need tapped. So you're like, oh, I'm going to attack that next.
See, that's pretty good. And this one, of course, returning favorite card here. Spinning Aqua Soul, 1 blue, quick cast, return target champ from your graveyard to your hand.
Yeah.
Seems pretty good.
With a deck full of chants, you just have to use it if you're playing blue, man. It's so good.
Especially since we have 2 Ultra Awakenings, go ahead and do 40 damage.
Yeah, let's just keep them going. Next one we got is Optional Possession. It is one of the newer cards. I wasn't sure how it would work in the deck, but I figured it'd be pretty good with Remnant already on it, since you're already going to be milling. So if you get it in your graveyard, you can still play it again.
Yeah.
But it's a 1-mana quick cast with Remnant. Choose Flying, Precision, or First Strike. Target J/Resonator gets +2/+2 and that ability.
And that's a lot of options for 1 blue mana.
Yeah, so 1 blue mana, you're making your 6/6s be 8/8s with Flying, Precision, or First Strike.
Yeah, it's pretty cute.
And I was thinking about it earlier, it's really cute with the Glistening Chick, because you're just like, swing, tap that dude, kill that thing because I can.
Yeah.
Because it gets First Strike and +2/+2.
And with a Remnant quick cast, you can cast it and then cast it again, like in 1 turn.
Yeah. So if you need to give 2 abilities to 1 dude, you can.
Yeah. That's pretty hot. And what's a Great Beater deck without this lady?
Yeah.
Prissia. Cost 5, 10/10, and whenever she swings or enters the field, you destroy target Resonator, right?
Mm-hmm.
A less than or equal to this card's attack power.
Yeah, so if they're smaller than her, she kills it, and she gets 2
bigger.
counters.
Yeah, she gets 2 counters as if they're smaller and they're dead.
Yeah. All day. I mean, if she hits play and she doesn't get answered, you get to you will win because she's so hard to deal with.
She just starts destroying their board immediately.
And the other little extra card to help out with is Charlotte's Water Transformation Magic. I wasn't sure if this is a good card again, but with Remnant, I felt like it was a good needed card in here because it's quick cast Remnant. Target creature is a 4/4 bear.
Yeah, and since most of your dudes are 6/6s, you know, be able to change some big giant blocker into a 4/4 bear and killing him is really relevant.
Yeah, and being able to cast it multiple times is it's super good for it. And I mean, the blue cards in this deck only are 1 blue, so it's not difficult for you to get to them.
Yeah.
The next thing we got is the little spirit magics that Gill plays with, that he's got. The first one we got is Winds of Vitality. It is a green quick cast, spirit magic. Target J Resonator gains +6/+6 until the end of turn.
That's pretty good.
So I mean, you remove an elemental, target dude gets +6/+6. So cool, let's go. Yeah, at the end of your turn, Gill mills you a card. So when they swing, you're like, block with my 6/6, make it as 12/12 because I can. It's just super strong. Like it'll get there real fast.
And as we talked about earlier, is helping Gill get bigger just to win the game.
Oh,
so that makes him a 17/17 just straight up.
Yeah. The next spirit magic I have in here is Spiritual Guidance, which is draw 2 cards, then you gain 1 life for each card in your hand.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's gonna fuel your hand and fuel your deck really quickly, and you just gain free life. I mean, it's probably not gonna be crazy life changing, like game changing on the life gain, but it'll be enough of a buffer to get you there. If you know what I'm talking about, because I mean you'll gain probably like, I don't know, 3 to 4 life every time.
Yeah, at least.
And I mean, 3 mana to gain 3 life and draw 2 cards is pretty good to me.
Yeah, not too bad.
And you can play it for either 1 or 2 mana, depending on which side Gill is on.
Because it is a spirit magic. So.
Yeah. The next one we got is Gill's counterspell that's in his starter deck. The Vanish. 3 green, quick cast, spirit magic, cancel target spell.
Sounds good. Can cost 2, can cost 1, right?
Yeah, it can cost 1 or 2, or 3 if you pay 3 mana. It's up to you, however you want to pay it. But it is a spirit magic, so you can search it up when you need to if Gill's on his J Ruler side. So you're like, oh, you're playing a spell that I don't want to deal with. I'm gonna go get this chant and counter it for 2 mana. Yeah,
and if you played against green at all, you know how annoying it is for them just to counter all your stuff.
It's silly. Right now I only run 2 in the main board because I can search it up. You can
Yeah.
easily change it to 3 or even 4 if you wanted to. I've never been a huge counterspell fan, and honestly, I never have been. It's not how I play. That's not how I play. But it is a good game. It is a good game-changing card for it. And the final spirit magic that I run that could easily be changed into a vanish is End of the Revolution. It is 3 mana as well, quick cast, and it is counter target spell with total cost 4 or more, or put target resonator with total cost 4 or more on the bottom of his owner's deck.
Not too bad.
It's not the best, but I put it in there for that toolbox of Gill's sealed ability. You're like, oh, you played a big dude that I can't answer? Let's put him on the bottom.
Yeah, for 1 green, quick cast. Like, just go, get out of here.
Yeah, because you're just like, I'm going to put these 2 cards on bottom, search this card up, put that dude away.
Nice.
That's just how I felt about him for the card. It could easily change into a vanish if you wanted more just pure counter spells. It's however you want to mess with the deck, but that's what I felt was a good medium.
Yeah, as it costs the same amount as the vanish, but it gives you that extra just in case something got through that you couldn't control at that point. So,
we do have a couple extra sideboard cards that are different than before to help with it. There's the normal Helsings, which is Hunter the Undead. I mean, she comes into play, remove target Darkness Resonator from the game, and prevent all damage that would be dealt by Darkness Resonators.
and with Beelzebub flying around right now, that's pretty hot.
Yeah, you're just like, get rid of that.
Yeah.
There's also a Leaf Protector. He's one of the new dudes. He's a 10/10 for 4, and he removes a red a Fire Resonator.
Nice.
He's pretty silly. He's a good sideboard card if you know you're playing a lot of red. The next one I got in here is the Miracle Millennium Medicine. It's that goofy treasure item that hasn't really seen much use until AU showed up, but it's banish this card, target up to 3 non-magic stone cards in a single graveyard. The owner shuffles those into their deck. So after you've removed all your things that you want and you need them back, you put them back and you just put it back in your deck.
There you go.
Let's get there. That's just what they're for.
Yeah.
The next card we got is Heavenly Gust. I mean, you got to have a way to get rid of additions.
Yeah.
2 mana, quick cast, destroy target addition or regalia, or torrent, which you can easily torrent, destroy all additions.
Yeah.
And then we have 2 more vanishes on the board. So we have the full play set of vanish, but 2 and 2 split. And we have a Frigg. She's just there if you're playing against control to go late game. You can get back a creature, an enchantment, or a creature in addition, and a chant.
Nice.
So get back your Flying Cloud if they kill it. Get back a Glistening Chick and a Spinning Aqua Soul. Just keep doing that again.
Just keep filling up the board for control to fight against.
The other control against card is Prissia. I have another one in the board because I mean, if 1/10/10's bad, another one's better. And then we have another Water Transformation Magic, and that it's just there for the aggro matches real quick. We have 3 Keys' Calls. If you want more counter spells on Resonators, if you're playing against a real creature coming to play ability heavy deck, Keys' Calls come in because you're just like 1 mana counter that ability, draw a card.
We're just not using it just because it's cute either.
Yeah, I mean it is a cute dolphin, so let's get real.
Of course.
And the last one is a Millennia Bond. It is it's more or less another counterspell. It's really what it's for. You can put in a treasury item as well if you wanted to, but I have one treasury item in the sideboard and that's it. It's mostly there to counterspell. It's another counterspell for you, and you get to draw a card.
Yeah. So against control, you can just match their counters pretty much and go with it.
And then for the lands, we just have 4 green-blue stones. The normal add a green or add a blue. We have 2 of the Spirit Stones that is Gill Stone, and it's there for it counts as a Windstone, and you can sack it to draw a card. That's its main purpose in the deck, is it's free ways to draw cards.
Yeah.
And then we fill it out with the basic Windstone. So 4 basic Windstones. So hopefully you get one of them early.
A little red.
And if you want to change it, you can change a couple of the Spirit Stones out for basics, just to have the better option of getting her swiftness.
You just gotta worry about the blue that you're getting there.
Yeah. But the main thing is you're getting there with Gill. That you're growing up with Gill. That's really about all it is. And yeah, hope y'all enjoyed the Kevin's Creations on growing up with Gill. You can deal with all the spirit magics in the yard and all the elementals. So, hope y'all have a great night. Enjoy it.
Hope you enjoyed your stay.
Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, and keep up to date with our future content.
And please join us on our social media and check us out on Twitch.